All right, Tim, those games are nice, but the...
What are you guys doing?
Kind of, this is kind of Tim and I's thing. Do you mind if you just...
Do you guys want to get weird?
No, not really.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird, everyone.
Let's
get weird. All right, that was from the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, which we'll be talking about later. So go check out those guys on youtube.com/kindoffunny. Although I'm betting there's a lot more of their subscribers than there are of ours.
And today,
I know that, but
today we're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Not quite. Today we're continuing the PlayStation Classic, except for here's the thing: reason number 1,428 why you probably shouldn't buy a PlayStation Classic. The audio sounds like garbage today, and I don't understand what happened. So you can hear how bad that sounds. But I'm going to start this up because I want to show you something interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like a Kentucky accent. Is that what I'm picking up?
I don't know. Just hear that. It sounds awful. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Paul didn't get the joke.
That a Kentucky accent sounds awful?
I was saying this. The noise was you. That was the joke.
I don't have a Kentucky accent.
I know you don't. You're just from Kentucky.
You're not making any sense, Jason. I worked very hard to not have a Kentucky accent.
I know.
To be a very neutral accent. I worked very hard.
Hey,
for
we
that.
do too.
I know. It's a thing you have to do if you want to be taken seriously, unfortunately.
That's true.
Also, I just never really liked it, to be honest.
No,
the whole time I was growing up, I never really cared for it. That's probably because I'm pretentious.
I'm fine with it on other people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. The PlayStation Classic has been hacked. Are you aware of this?
No.
So now, I mentioned last week that this is just running an open source emulator, PCSX, right? Well, it turns out they left this thing pretty wide open.
Oh, really?
So all you need is the right keyboard. If you plug in the right keyboard, all you have to into the second controller USB port.
Yeah.
All you have to do is hit escape, and it brings up the emulator's menu.
Ooh.
Now, there's been a hack where if you put a flash, I didn't have the right keyboard because it's like Corsair keyboards and very certain Logitech keyboards. But there's a thing. So somebody made like a hack where if you put in a flash drive with these certain files and a certain header file edited, you can access it with a controller by holding select and triangle. So that's what I have done. So this is hacked, and I can access the menu using select and triangle.
Do it. Ha!
Boom, PCSX menu. And then, so here's the first thing. So remember we talked about how bad Grand Theft Auto was to play last week.
Yeah.
I had a real hard time with it. And I'm going to show you why. And we talked about it because it's a PAL region. And by default, Grand Theft Auto ran at 20 frames per second in the US.
Yeah.
And when you downscale that to PAL, which runs at 50 hertz, not 60. So it was 20 in the US because it was 60 divided by 3.
Okay.
So in PAL, it was 50 divided by 3, which I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, some ungodly number.
And so you see, it's running at like 16, 17 frames per second. That's what this is showing in the bottom left corner here. That the refresh rate is 50.
Yeah.
Because it's a PAL game.
Yeah.
But the frame rate is 16 to 17. And so it's all over the place. And it runs slow, and it's all jerky and everything. And it's honestly quite nauseating. Oh my God, I can't even control it. It's honestly quite nauseating. And it gets even worse when you drive. Right? Like it's all jerky and laggy.
Guy's dead.
Yeah, everybody dies. Okay, but here's what you can do if you hack it. So I can bring up Nope. I can bring up this menu. I can go to options. I can turn off frame skip. I can change the region to NTSC from PAL. And I can even turn on a scaler, a 2x scaler. And so see, now in the bottom corner, you see 20 and 60. So it's running at 20 FPS and 60. And it also looks clear because it's scaled up now.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So see, notice it runs a little bit smoother.
Yeah. Ah, look at you.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
So here's the thing. So here's the thing that you can do now.
Pull a guy out of a car and murder him?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yep.
Where? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. Here's another thing that you can do. And this is a thing that I really can't believe they left open.
The cheats?
Actually, yeah, you can still access cheats if you have them, but there are none built in. So they did strip that out of it. But you see right here where it says load CD image?
Oh, yeah.
So I can go to, hold on. No. Why is it not working? Anyway. Yeah. How do I go up? Oh, here we go. We go to media. Then we go to games. 21. Look at that. Spyro the Dragon.
Oh,
Now, to be
wow.
fair, don't pirate games. I own this game.
Yeah.
This is a backup of my copy of this game because I love this game.
Oh, I know you do.
I love Spyro.
That's awesome.
I own all 3 of them. Great games.
They are.
Great games. I love them. But see, now we can play more games on the
I
PlayStation
haven't had the
Classic.
pleasure yet.
Spyro is one of those games that absolutely should have been on the PlayStation Classic, and now it can be. So, and it even works with memory cards. And you know what the hilarious part of this is? So, see, I actually already started a game, and I can load this game and literally play in. You know what the hilarious part of this is? If you go to the menu, so I'll go back to the menu here. It'll even save your save state, which is hilarious. But each game has this memory card utility. You can literally see Spyro the Dragon's save data in the memory card.
Look at that.
It's bad. Like, they left this thing wide open.
Yeah.
They've also hacked it to, like, you can just add a custom game in there. So like, this is just default because I haven't done this. So you can actually make them show up on the main screen, and they get all the benefits of like the save states in their own memory card and all that stuff.
Huh.
This thing is
That's
just
great.
wide open
That's
to be
dope.
hacked. So anyway, that being said, I still don't necessarily recommend doing it if you're going to play PlayStation games because, well, you hear the problems with audio. I don't know where that happened. I don't know if that's a cause of the hack. I haven't had that before. Or if it's a capture thing. I'm not exactly sure. But also, it still doesn't exactly play great, and you have to use the PlayStation control, the controller it comes with, which doesn't have analog sticks. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play the good games that are on the PlayStation Classic. Syphon Filter, Metal Gear Solid, and Final Fantasy VII. Except we're going to play them on the PS3.
Ow!
Because this is the way you probably should play it. You can play it with DualShock 3 with a wireless controller.
Yes.
Although you have to buy them. Just keep in mind. So, and the games are generally like $3 to $6. Although I think every game we're about to play today was probably free with PlayStation Plus at some point.
Yeah, I have Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear on my PlayStation 3. So
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
the remastered version on PC.
Oh, and Jeremy's back with us. I forgot to
Oh yeah, welcome back, Jeremy.
guys.
Welcome back, Jeremy.
How was your date?
It was amazing.
Are you married?
It was actually,
Are you married?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Congratulations.
Yeah. Glad you guys hit it off.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
cut.
It was great for a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to the PS3. So we'll cut, and you'll see us back playing on the PS3. Let's get weird.
Who saw the Game of the Year awards?
I did. I watched.
I
them.
did.
What was the,
We're playing Syphon Filter, by the way, on PlayStation.
so what trailer did you guys see that you're most excited about?
Oh,
I don't remember.
yeah, I don't remember either.
There was a
I don't remember caring that much about the trailer.
No,
Yeah, I don't think I cared that much about mini trailers.
no, there was a game that came out and it looked like a Fallout kind of thing, and it was one of the characters looked like Rick from Rick and Morty. No one saw this?
No.
What
Ah,
was it called?
I want to say Outer Worlds.
Oh, okay.
The Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. but I
Yeah,
don't-
that looks dope. And then there was a game called Ashen, which is a Souls-like game.
It's already out. I've
Oh.
played it.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ah, I want to play it so bad. We should play it
Yeah,
on
you should
here.
try it out.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can get.
It doesn't look too intense, like graphically.
No, it's
okay.
nice.
Why would that matter?
That's a good point.
It's not a console. The
You have-
console will play it same as any other console.
You have an obelisk.
What?
You're a PC.
Oh, is it a PC game?
It's an everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
It's a PC game for sure.
Well,
So-
yeah, I'm fine on the PC front too. But
Yeah. So,
obelisk.
do you want to go over the awards?
Sure.
So,
Just to be clear, we're playing Syphon Filter on PS3.
Oh yeah.
And so one of the reasons.
Tell us a bit about the game.
Well, okay, real quick. One of the reasons you might want to play on PS3 is because you get these cool settings, including to be able to load fast, and you can turn smoothing on or off, and you can play with analog controls. So that's great. The game is a third-person action shooter, obviously. This is one of the first games. These games were big on PlayStation, and they were big because they had like story with like full voice acting and everything, and in-game missions that changed and all that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I think it kind of holds up today. It doesn't have, it was designed for digital controller, so it doesn't have like right stick aiming or anything like that. You have to strafe with L2 and R2. So it's got weird controls, but it ends up not being a big deal because it has a targeting lock-on system.
Oh.
So it kind of works out. It doesn't feel that bad. But yeah, so it has this kind of stuff. You get these kind of cinematic little things.
Here, make him run for a second. God, he runs so weird.
He runs weird, and you do this roll. Oh, wait till you do the creep. You hold the X button. Look at him.
There it is.
There's probably at
legs in
least 130 polygons in that character model. I just want you to know.
Is that seems like a small amount.
It is. Oh! I gotta show this to you. Okay. Anyway, go on with the Game Awards.
So do you want to hear the contestants,
man,
or do you want to hear just who won the things?
Well, let's go with the big one first.
All right. So here's who was up for Game of the Year. It was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Boo. Celeste.
Yay.
God of War.
Yay.
Marvel Spider-Man. Boo.
Yay.
I didn't like it. The more I read about it, the more I'm glad I didn't play more.
It wasn't Game of the Year, but
The Monster Hunter World.
boo.
Woo!
It was. I watched Jeremy play some. I could see if I had more free time, why you would like Monster
It's
Hunter.
entertaining.
Yeah, I get it. I see it. And then Red Dead Redemption 2.
Boo.
Woo!
Boo.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I hope to play it over Christmas.
Well, it's on the Xbox you're getting ready to take. So you can definitely play it.
So the winner was God of War by Santa Monica Studios.
Woo! I mean, for me, that was very clearly Game of the Year.
I would have been. I would have been really
absolutely.
irritated
There's
if
no
it
doubt.
wasn't.
Yes. So the whole time when I was watching the awards, I was for sure that Red Dead 2 was going to win Game of the Year because it was winning everything else. Like it won like best soundtrack. And I was like, no, God of War clearly should have won best soundtrack. Oh, see, you get stuck on the walls easily. That's the thing about old games. But I was like, God of War, I thought clearly had the best soundtrack.
It had the best, all of it. I mean, I guess not the best guns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or horses.
Yeah.
Had the best boy.
Yes. Yes. You didn't watch the Game Awards, did you? There was a part. So the guy that did the voice of Kratos and Teal'c and Atreus, they both presented an award, and they get up there, and after they announced them, they were standing there at the mic, and Teal'c, I forget his name in real life, but Kratos says to Atreus
something.
Yeah, Kratos says to Atreus, he goes, "Read the name, boy."
Good.
And I was like, that was great. It got a big ovation.
Okay, so best ongoing game, which is stupid.
Well, hold on. Let's talk a little bit more. So we're all happy with God of War winning.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because it had the best of all the things you could name. Name a category of games.
Gunplay,
No, other than that, yeah. I mean, the combat system was great.
racing.
The only thing I would even get close to, like, it's hard for me to criticize God of War because I liked it so much, but
Yes.
like, I'll say the camera's a little close,
Oh no, I love it.
but I like that about it.
Well, and then did you notice it was a single shot? The whole game is a single shot.
Yes, I did notice that. Notice that.
There's only a single camera the whole time, and it just
The writing's
it just moves
good.
around.
The lore is good.
Yep. I love that game.
I'm down.
It's a game that stuck with me, and for me personally, it had a lot of impact because of stuff I've gone through recently in my life with my parents, and I lost my parents a few years ago, and so that had a huge impact on me.
To Norwegians, no less.
To Norway, yes. Voiced by an Irishman for some reason.
Who I love.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he was the nerdy guy, the scientist in Lost?
Yeah.
I love him in Lost. He was the cutest guy because he dresses like me.
Anyway,
He's so handsome. And
Anyway.
scrawny like me.
Anyway, no, and we talked about this when we played. We weren't doing the podcast then, But you and I, Jason, we talked about this when I was playing it, and I actually had issues with it at the time because of pacing, because I found it, and I still think in retrospect, I was trying to do a lot of side stuff at the same time I was doing main story missions, and it was very clearly not designed to be played that way. It was very clearly designed because the difficulty of the side stuff is so much higher than the main story missions.
Yeah,
when I finished the main story and then I went and did the side stuff, I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense now. And for me, I platinumed it, and I haven't platinumed a lot of games because I just don't care that much about it. And I platinumed it, which means I got all the Valkyries and did all that stuff.
Yeah.
And when you get the platinum, when you get the Valkyrie Queen, spoilers, at the end, it's such an amazing feeling. It's like a second ending to the game.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling you to play games on hard.
Well, I didn't have to play it on hard though.
I know, but all games would feel this way if you just played them on hard.
Oh, I don't care that much. Most games, but see, this is why it's Game of the Year.
Yes,
because most games don't have that same payoff, don't have that
true.
same
That's
reward.
True. You're right. You are right.
So there's no incentive for me to play on hard other than just make my life more difficult and take more time for me to get through the game.
I claim that you'll get a reliable return if you play Metal Gear games on very hard.
That's possible. I could see it with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But here's what I will say. I know there are people out here who are going to demolish me for this. I think God of War deserved to be Game of the Year because to me, it is everything that Red Dead is not.
Yeah.
Which is tight. It is stripped down to only the things that are fun or engaging. There's no fluff, there's no bullshit in it. It is just here, we have stripped this down to what a good game should have and nothing else. And Red Dead is just like, no, we're just gonna throw fucking everything at it, and you do whatever. And I'm just get so tired. It feels tedious. And God of War never felt tedious.
And I felt, and I guess I'm the only one who can speak to this, but in this crowd, but I found myself comparing it to Dark Souls a little because because in Dark Souls From Software, when they put out a new DLC or a new game, it never seems to, like the story, what's there, it never does what I want it to do. They never give me the information I want, and but it's always still really enjoyable, and I always suspected that maybe it was because they didn't give me what I wanted, and they gave me something. But then again, God of War, I kept hoping for things to happen, and they would, and I was so happy when they did.
Yes. God of War definitely plays like a Souls game, so it's like,
but it gives you what you want.
Yes, it's like if a Souls game had a story and good graphics, and a good. Well, I guess Souls games sometimes have good soundtracks, but
parts of them are good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Dark Souls soundtrack.
Yeah, parts of them are great.
All right, so Jeremy, you played Red Dead and God of War and Spider-Man because Jason didn't play Red Dead or Spider-Man, so he can't talk.
I played a little bit.
Yeah.
Got that goddamn backpack.
You didn't get far enough for it to matter.
Yeah.
So
I didn't get far enough to be getting goddamn backpacks. I agree. All right, Jeremy,
chill yourself. Go on, Jeremy. What did you think?
Oh, what did I think of all? What did I think God of War deserved it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just it was so much more fun. The reason I like Red Dead is I just want to defend it a little bit here. It's just a game I can play mindlessly, I guess, more so. And so it has more playability. So it's kind of a quantity versus quality debate, in my opinion, because quality-wise, God of War is hundreds of times better. Like, I love the story, the combat's better, everything. But for Red Dead, I can just play that. I've played like 80 hours of it.
He's killed scores of Indians.
Ooh.
I have killed scores of
Native
Americans who we love.
No,
Who we
KKK
love?
members.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Jeremy.
It's amazing. And it's just so much. There's just so many things in it. Spoiler alert.
Hashtag resistance. Hashtag Antifa.
Spoiler alert. There is a vampire in it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Jesus.
I heard about Nostoffer or whatever.
It is awesome. Yeah.
All right. We've been on God of War's dick for a solid minute.
It's just such a good game.
I know.
I'm talking about Red Dead.
He was talking about Red Dead.
Best ongoing game.
Oh, hold on. I just want to say this isn't about Red Dead or God of War.
All right.
Celeste was also nominated. Shout out to Celeste, also a
We
great
should
game.
play it because I haven't heard anything about it.
It's really good.
Is it? We should do that. That would be fun.
Oh, okay. It's really we should. We'll add it to the list. It's really good. Okay, sorry. Now go ahead.
All right. Best ongoing game, which I think is a stupid category.
Yeah, I do too.
Finish your game, son.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all the categories. but-
It's Fortnite.
yeah,
Wank,
spoiler, it's Fortnite.
Wank, wank. All right.
As soon as I
What a
saw that, I was
surprise.
like, how is it going to be anything else?
I don't understand
Like
why
they were.
people like it so much. I guess it's fine.
It's pretty fun. It was like they had like Destiny 2. I was like, are you kidding me?
I mean, it's no Detroit Become Human.
Oh, jeez. A, not an ongoing game. B, an insultingly bad story.
Yeah.
And anyone who disagrees, you're wrong. So sorry.
Yahtzee's was so zero punctuation on Detroit. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, go watch it later. It's so good. It's so funny. He tears it apart.
Such an awful game.
The hell, if you hate a game,
I think it got nominated for best story and best director.
if you
It's
hate
so
it,
bad.
I'd like to recommend to anyone who hates a game, go find Yahtzee Crowshaw's review of it in zero punctuation. It's always good. It's always scathing. It always gives you what you want. All right. So best narrative. The winner was Red Dead Redemption 2 beating God of War.
Yeah, disappointing.
Mistake.
Yeah, big mistake.
Best.
If anything, I would have thought God of War would have won best narrative and Red Dead would have won best game. So the fact that they flipped is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with that. That's the best narrative. That's a weird
No.
one.
Now, best art direction. Right. Well, here's the thing, Jeremy. I can tell you the beginning and endings of each act of God of War, and I can't tell you that of Red Dead, and I don't like that.
Because you haven't played it.
Well, you
Oh
haven't
no, but
played
I've
it.
watched a lot of it. All right, hold on. So
Most of the acts are you moving your base, so it's pretty easy to tell when
okay.
the beginning of each act is.
If you say so, we'll talk more about it. All right, best
all right.
art direction. The winner is, and I hadn't heard of it.
I've seen this. Yeah.
Return of the Obra Dinn.
Obra Dinn.
Oh yeah, I haven't played that either.
We need
I've
to put
watched
this on our
someone
list.
play it
That's
for
a
a
good
couple
idea. Look
minutes.
through these.
Let's just keep putting things on the list.
Yeah, I mean, why
everything
not?
that won an award, put it on the list.
Well, I know. I mean, it looks interesting.
No, I
It is
mean they
pretty
won
interesting.
awards.
I believe you're trying to solve murders. I think that's what the goal is of the game.
I see a zombie-ish thing, or
No,
a
I
monster.
think it's a murder, and you're trying to figure out how it happened.
All
I
right.
believe that's the
I'm
case.
on board. I'm on board. All right. Who's ready for best score? Music.
Go for it.
Me.
Presented by Spotify for some reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm too far away from the mic, guys. Oh my God. Can I speak to how wrong this is real quick? I need to get on God of War's dick one more time.
Okay.
Bear McCreary does God of War.
Yes, and it's so good.
Do you know what else he's done?
No.
Well, to be fair, he did do Walking Dead, which,
Thanks.
but he also did the music for Battlestar Galactica, the remake, the
Okay.
2000s remake, like
Okay.
that. And I love
Oh,
the
Jesus.
soundtrack in that in that show. Jeremy, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but this is not Battlestar Galactica
It's Red Dead Redemption.
Well-
and Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God of War's
God of War
soundtrack
soundtrack
was great.
pretty dope.
Oh,
Was great.
Well,
Do you remember the 26?
Are there a lot of like baritone choruses in Red Dead Redemption?
No.
yeah, that fits to that game. If you had that in Red Dead Redemption 2, it wouldn't make sense.
Sure, it was still better. I'm just gonna say it's still better.
First off, Red Dead Redemption 2 would be exactly better with an all-male chorus.
Yeah. Well, it's not an all-male chorus. then, by the way.
Everything would be better. My dumps would be better with an all-male chorus.
You're sounding awfully sexist, Jason.
No, I just like the sound of an all-male
Oh,
chorus. I like
okay,
that really
okay.
deep.
Sure.
All right. Best performance.
In a game? Oh,
Yeah.
actor? Yeah.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston. No. It's
I expect him to be in game at some point.
You-
He has
you
been in
skipped one
games
game.
before.
Roger Clark as Morgan. What's up?
You skipped one. You skipped
I
one.
skipped one. What a skip?
Yeah.
What a skip?
Well,
Best,
you don't have to read all of them.
best audio design.
You don't have to read all of them. I think we can skip over best audio.
It was Red Dead.
Blech.
Best actor is Morgan from Red Dead.
Blech. I hate him.
Games for Impact.
I hate him. I hate that stupid character. I hate his stupid voice.
I love him.
Celeste.
Oh God, Celeste is so good. That one deserved it. That one definitely deserved it. The speech that the guy gave was good too.
Best independent game. Also Celeste.
Yeah, it's really good.
I knew someone named Celeste one time. They weren't great. Best.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Celeste. Boo. No. Best mobile game.
Okay, we could skip.
Who
this
cares?
one.
Yeah, who cares?
It's Florence.
Okay,
I
great.
don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Best
Boo, mobile
VR.
games.
Best VR game.
Skip the next one. Go to best action game. We
No,
don't care.
best. That's just. We're just gonna read off every one of them.
Children. No, don't read everyone.
Best VR game. Moms
Okay.
and Daughters. Bangtown.
No
That's not
way!
what it is.
It's sorry, Astrobot.
What? Oh man, that's crazy.
All right, best action
I
game.
love that game.
Dead Cells. Ooh, is that good? I haven't heard of it. It's got cool art.
I didn't care for it. You might like it.
What's it like?
It's like a roguelike mixed with a
Ooh, I wanna play
Metroidvania.
Ooh, I love Metroidvania. Except the
I
Dark
do too.
Souls.
I like-
Dark Souls will always be the best Metroidvania that's ever existed.
I like Metroid. Well, except for Metroid,
Sorry, I misspoke. 3D Metroidvania.
except for Metroid Prime.
Really?
I like
Metroid Prime better than
Yeah.
Dark Souls? Jeremy,
Well, I don't
he's-
like Dark Souls.
I,
but
I wish I could get you. We just gotta try it, man.
I know you'll
I
keep trying
I
it.
said the same thing about Dark Souls until I did Dark Souls, and now I can't stop doing Dark Souls. All right, okay. Best action adventure, God of War. What up?
Yep.
Best
Definitely deserve it.
role-playing game, Monster Hunter World. Fair,
Hell yeah.
I'm not into RPG, so
but
that's
it's
fine.
fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Best fighting game, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball
Fighters.
Fighter Z.
No, you don't pronounce the Z apparently.
Fighters.
Of course.
It's just fighters.
I like Smash better.
And then best family.
Well, so that's the thing. Smash came out the day after,
I know, yeah.
so
it did.
I don't know if that was eligible.
Well, it came out right after the Game Awards.
Yeah, it came out.
I was
yeah,
downloading it during the Game Awards.
yeah. So I don't know that it was eligible, which
No,
is
it
weird.
wasn't. It wasn't.
best family game, Overcooked 2.
Pretty good. We need to play it sometime. It's fun.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot
So
of
look,
fun.
look at these cutscenes, man.
Best
This was 1997.
Oh,
look at
yeah,
these
Look
cutscenes.
at that. It
Man,
looks about as good
that's
as
crazy.
Resident Evil 2. Best strategy game.
Came out same time, so
Not Stellaris, so don't care. All right.
I
best,
wish it would have
what was
been
it?
Frostpunk. Frostpunk is really fun.
I haven't heard of that. What are you doing it?
You basically try to the world has global warming has happened, but global freezing
This
essentially.
happened
It's an
more.
ice age.
I don't think
Yeah.
Stellaris counts because it's old.
It's not old. They keep adding giant amounts of stuff to it.
Did it come out this year?
It's true.
Then it doesn't
And
qualify.
it should have won ongoing
Yeah.
game.
Did it come out this year? Then it doesn't qualify.
Yeah, it did.
No, it
Did
didn't.
Fortnite come out this year?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Well,
guess-
Fortnite Battle Royale came out this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Fortnite came out last year, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right.
But no. So Frostpunk.
Watch
you-
this. Hold on.
you're-
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, so you like burning people alive, huh, Paul?
I didn't do it. He was burning
No.
alive already. He came
So
out.
you just like watching? You just
I
let
just
him
like
die.
watching it.
No,
I
he
just
was
like
Just
watching
let
it.
he
the man
was
die.
he was led into darkness by a man he trusted.
Although I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna see something here real quick.
Oh my god, that's wonderful.
Woo! You ever been tased before? It's a pain.
Jeremy's been tased.
I do like setting people on fire. Look at it. I'm setting people on fire with my taser, and then I died because I
It
held
is.
it too long. Anyway, sorry,
Getting
go ahead.
tased is not fun.
do
It
you
hurts.
catch on fire?
No, you do not.
Oh well, then I don't care.
So the crazy thing about being tased is
Sounds like you're being a pansy, Jeremy.
No, for real. This is the craziest experience about tasing is that never in my life have I had an experience where I have felt 10 out of 10 pain.
Yeah,
Like it's been 10 out of 10. Like the most painful thing I've ever experienced.
yeah.
And then it immediately stops.
Oh,
Because normally when you
Alright.
feel that much pain,
yeah. And then it has like a
Something-
lingering.
it's going to continue. It's
Yeah.
a lingering effect. Like, you broke your arm, you broke your leg.
Yeah.
But no, it's just gone. It's crazy. It is insane because man, it hurts.
Oh God! I almost ran into the fire.
You don't run into fire.
People who say they could take a taser, they just aren't getting tased right.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
yeah.
getting stuck
Jeremy
on their
says,
shirt or something.
Jeremy says in response, "Let me tase you, bro."
yeah.
Don't tase me, bro.
Let me tase
All right.
you with no. If you take a taser with no shirt on and you take it, I will be.
You'll date
I will
them.
do disturbing things.
All right.
for you.
Best multiplayer game. Also Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah, it's got to be.
Best student game. Combat 2018.
Yeah, it was some Norwegian game out of
Best indie
Norway,
game.
as Norwegian games would be.
The Messenger.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play that. I haven't gotten to it yet. It looks really good.
Best esports game.
It should have been Rocket League, but it's not.
It should not have been Overwatch.
Dogfighter.
I think it was
I feel like it
Overwatch,
should have
wasn't
been
it?
It is Overwatch. It is
It was
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
All
I
right.
feel like it should have been League.
Best
Well, I think League won last year, so I don't know.
Yeah,
that
I
it was
still
eligible
feel
this
like League is better though.
best
No.
esports player.
year. Oh, motherfucker!
Dominique Sonic Fox McLean.
Oh yeah, you should have seen his thing,
Acceptance.
his acceptance speech. It was great.
Mm.
He walked up there in a big fox costume.
I see
He's a
it.
furry.
Yeah, and he gets up there and he's like, "I'm everything Republicans hate." He was like, "I'm
Yep.
gay, and I'm a furry."
Okay, if you were
It was
gonna,
great.
if you
And
were,
black.
And black, yeah,
if you were gonna furry,
yeah.
what would you dress as? I'd put horns on like a bull.
Man, I don't know. It's not something that's honestly crossed my mind.
I'd
I
be
don't
a
know.
brony.
I get the appeal of bunny ears.
I'd be a brony.
Not for me. A brony. How do you be a brony?
He would be a
Dress
pony.
up like My Little Pony. What do you mean?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's all the interesting ones. I'm sorry.
I feel Hedgehog is sticking out to me. I think hedgehogs are adorable.
all right. So that's all the game awards. You'll move on to the next. How do you like Syphon Filter, Jeremy? You digging it?
Mm-hmm.
Loving it.
It's good.
I'm
it's
loving
a good
it.
game.
I'm
It's
loving
good.
it.
Are you loving it?
I don't know
Wait,
that
do
I'd
I get
ever
the one
play
to
it, but
hate this
it's
game?
It's good. I wish they would bring it back.
it seems competently made. I'll say that.
It's good. I wish they would bring. Again, you have to play it to understand. It holds up so much better than games of its time because
Oh no,
of the targeting
I'm
system.
getting that. And hey, that's what I'm like. I could play. It looks a lot better than Resident Evil 2,
Yeah.
but I would still play Resident Evil 2 because I would only play a game of this quality for nostalgia.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but
And there's probably nostalgia here.
oh
I'll give
yeah,
you that.
totally. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'd play Resident Evil 2. 'Cause-
Yeah, and its story definitely doesn't hold up. But I think it's actually still fairly fun to play, to be honest. The later ones are a little bit better, 2 and 3, because they were more designed for analog controls, whereas this one's not.
yeah.
So,
Well, anywho, so what do you say we move on to the next one?
oh, hold on, let me shoot this guy.
Shoot that guy. It's fair. He does.
Well,
deserve
okay,
it.
let's talk about the real quick while we're still on here. Let's talk about the Kind of Funny Games Showcase.
Ah.
So this was a thing. Shout out to the Kind of Funny boys. YouTube.com/kindoffunny, kindoffunny.com, patreon.com/kindoffunny. Shout out there. Hopefully they'll cut us in. Probably not. They did a showcase. So normally PlayStation, Sony runs a PlayStation Experience every year around this time, December, right? But they announced they weren't doing one this year. And so the Kind of Funny guys, they put together this Kind of Funny showcase thing where they showcased a bunch of indie games. How do I get down? Oh God. Where they showcased a bunch of indie games. So Jason, why don't you read what the big announcements out of that were? Because there was a big one in particular that they got.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it. I found the article finally.
Okay.
What was the question? One more time.
The announcements they made at the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. A lot of indie game stuff. But
Okay, so the thrilling murder mystery Ginny LeClue Detective will release on the PS4 on all the systems.
you just made that up.
Nope.
I feel like you just made that up.
No.
Jenny McClue, Detective.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It comes out in
There's no answer.
Q1 2019.
Okay.
And then Fight Night will launch in spring.
Okay.
Mini Mech Mayhem Q1 2019. The Wild 8, an intense survival action
God, I caught on
adventure.
fire. Okay, that's enough.
August.
Okay.
Journey to the Unexpected, February 5th.
Okay.
Celeste is getting a physical edition for PS4 on
Yep.
January 1st.
Yep.
Super Meat Boy,
Yep.
April 2019. The first one I'm interested in. Former Team Ico developers in Vane
Yep.
will launch for the PS4 on January 15th. I haven't even seen a trailer for this.
They showed a trailer during the.
Is it good?
showcase.
Does it look cool?
I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it.
We should check it out.
I don't think I realized
Can
that's who it was from when
Can
I
we
saw.
check
when
it
I
out in between this and Final Fantasy?
Maybe.
Okay, we don't have to. I know we got a lot to get through.
Okay.
Where was I?
That sounds awful.
Super Meat Boy Yick. YIIK, a
Yeah.
postmodern RPG. January.
Okay. All this is great.
Yeah.
The most important thing to come out of that was
Vane.
no.
Detective Ooh.
So they announced that Skybound, who I forget what else they made, but they've made some other games. They are finishing the final season of The Walking Dead because after Telltale shut down.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And in fact, the next episode releases like in a couple of weeks, I think.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that was the top head. That was
Yeah.
the top of the
Yeah.
article, but they gave a list of things that they're.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that was the big surprise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you play the other ones?
I only played season 1.
I played the first episode of season 1.
I played season 1. I love seson 1.
I did it
and
on Xbox and it kept glitching.
The problem is I played season 1 on PS3, and then by the time season 2 came out, it was on PS4 and Xbox. I was like, cool, that's when I play, but it didn't carry over my save game from 1, so I need to start over with 1 on the new consoles, and I just haven't done it yet. So anyway, okay, so that's it. I keep dying now, but I like Syphon Filter. I think it's a good game. I would like a remake. Or to bring the series back. They made one PS2 game, and it wasn't well received, and then the franchise died. I would like to see them bring it back. Because I think it could be cool.
Hate it. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Sorry. Couldn't resist.
Okay, so that's it. We're going to cut, and then we're going to go to Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah.
and Jason is going to be playing.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into some more serious topics. Probably. Foreshadowing. Okay, we'll be back. Pause. And we're back, and we're playing Metal Gear Solid. Jason is playing, and now I have the keyboard. So prepare for serious topics.
Prepare for competency.
Oh, come on. Wait, competency in gameplay? How dare you?
No, I meant focus on the topic.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, so first story, other than gaming today, Kevin Hart is not doing the Oscars anymore. So some tweets came out that he had made previously, in addition to some the comedy stand-up specials, some jokes that he made, and he got some blowback for them. He didn't particularly apologize very well, and eventually he had to step down. So, okay. So eventually he had to step down, and he tweeted out on December 7th. Hold on, I lost it. Okay, so he tweeted out on December 7th. He says, quote, "I have made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I do not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from my past." Now, the big thing that people point to from his comedy special is he did a stand-up special in 2010 called Seriously Funny. And in that set, he basically made jokes about his son being gay and how he wouldn't be happy about that. So here we go. Where is it? Okay. So in the stand-up special, he stated, quote, "One of my biggest fears is my son growing up being gay. If I can prevent my son from being gay, I will." He seemed to echo this sentiment on Twitter on several occasions between 2009 and 2012, at one point joking about hitting his son over the head with his daughter's dollhouse if he ever caught his son playing with it. He also, now in response to this, in 2015, he was doing an interview with Rolling Stone, and he said that he intended the jokes to constitute a self-deprecating look at his own bigotry and fears. He said, quote, "The funny thing within that joke is it's me getting mad at my son because of my own insecurities. I panicked. It has nothing to do with him. It's about me." And then he went on to say, however, shit.
I'm going to kill so many Gene soldiers. Jeremy, you there?
Yep, I'm here, baby.
Excellent.
Man.
Do you
How
like
should you
Kevin
kill
Hart's
people?
comedy, Jeremy?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I have always enjoyed it up until I
Yeah.
feel like I'm about to not to, and I'm worried.
Well, I've never really watched. I mean, I've seen him in movies, but I don't watch a lot of comedy stand-up in general. So that's probably
I
why.
used to do stand-up, so
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a
A shtick.
I find that I have the same position as most comedians on these things, but I'm feeling weird about the Kevin Hart one so far. So go ahead.
Well, so here's the thing. It wasn't just about what he did in his comedy sketch. Like I said, he addressed it in 2015, saying all this stuff that he said about it was his own insecurities. However, he also went on to say, "It's about my fear. I'm thinking about what I did as a dad. Did I do something wrong? And if I did, what was it?"
yeah.
As if his son turned out to be gay,
Yeah,
what did
I
he
know,
do
and
wrong?
this is contentious. It doesn't sound to me. I'm not. So the rest of the stuff is totally. It seems damning to me. But
Yeah.
that sentence itself just doesn't add anything. It just. I mean, what our father thinks that. I mean, right? How did I mess up? Right? But I do hear
Oh,
you.
about in terms of being liberal. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And among other things.
Nah, I get that from my grandma.
Yeah. I've gotten that before. Among other things, yes. Well, so here's another thing that happened. So this wasn't all that went on at the time. If it had just been jokes, we've had this discussion before.
Go Metal Gear, go! There we go. Oh my God, we're still with this. Kojima.
Hit triangle.
I press triangle. It won't do the fast forward.
Oh, why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. It should.
Triangle,
Try turning it off
circle.
and on.
Maybe that was a Metal Gear Solid 2 thing.
Surely not. Go ahead.
Anyway, so we've had this discussion before about comedy and not and all that stuff, and we can have that debate again at some other point.
Sure.
However, this was not just in his comedy stand-ups. So for one,
Well, hey, before you do this, I'm sorry, but to his joke,
mm-hmm.
and now normally I give a lot of leeway, I'm willing to give a lot of
Right.
room on this because I pay attention to the target and the subject, right?
Yep.
Uniquely or not uniquely, discriminately. But if really jokes exist where the butt of the joke is, well, I'm old fashioned and a bigot. That can be a legitimate.
Sure.
You are the punchline, self-deprecating
Sure,
humor, like
sure.
he claims. But
Sure.
it a lot of times it's very clear.
Yeah.
And that one isn't.
It didn't feel
It doesn't
like it.
read super clear. I got to be
No.
honest. It does kind of read like I'd
Well-
be upset if my son were gay.
Well, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now,
when you see his other comments, including, like I
Right.
said, the tweet where he said, "Oh, if my son plays with my daughter's dollhouse, I hit him over the head with it."
Right, but that one included. Like that.
Well, that wasn't a joke. He just said that.
I know, but
That was just the thing he said.
well, clearly okay. That those words are designed to be funny, even if you
Okay,
meant them.
wow.
So, but but I could accept even that joke to be, I'm
Insecure. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
I'm the butt of the
Which is what he says.
right now. Yeah, he does this now, but it could have been made so clear,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. And
And
that's
I
the
still
thing.
I feel like it's still
and
not
he's
clear.
and he's not. This isn't. This
But
isn't.
but there's other things.
But
There's
this
other
isn't.
things.
I just want to be clear that this isn't a new person. This is fucking Kevin Hart. He sells
Yeah.
out stadiums. He's a professional. He does know how to do that properly.
Right.
Right. So I
Right.
just if I'm
Yes,
I'm
he's
not
he's
I'm
pro
not a
comedian.
good comedian,
Right.
and I could do that. I would
Right.
I've told jokes that were really risque, but I made it clear that I was the butt of the joke for having those opinions.
Right.
So go ahead.
Well, so there's other things that happened around that too. So in 2009, and I didn't know this, he apparently was offered a role in Tropic Thunder as the rapper who in the end turns out to be gay. Remember?
Yeah. No,
And he ends up with Lance Bass at the end.
Yeah.
Right? What was his? Didn't he have that soda booty sweat?
Booty sweat.
Yeah. Anyway, so apparently Kevin Hart was supposed to play that character originally. He was offered that role, and he turned it down because the character was gay, expressing reservations about playing such a flagrant expression. He said in an interview, he said, quote, "I can't play a gay character because I don't think I'm really going to dive into that role 100% because of the insecurities about myself trying to play that part. What I think people are going to think while I'm trying to do this is going to stop me from playing the part the way I'm supposed to." Now that in itself, you can definitely read that as it's just his own insecurity thing, right? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily an issue with anything else. However, he goes on to say that while he, quotes, appreciates and respects, end quote, the gay community, he said, the dude, he was doing a lot of stuff in the draft that I read. It was real flagrant. And that's why he didn't want to play the role. So
sure.
You know.
He had a thing about it. I'm fair with that. He should just apologize and be fine. He should just apologize and be fine.
Now, to be fair to Kevin Hart, he also said when he hosted the MTV VMAs a couple of years later, he praised R&B star Frank Ocean for opening up about a same-sex relationship. He said, quote, "I think what Frank Ocean did was really great. Not everybody can do that, and for that, I commend you." So I think this is one of those things that it's not...
I think it's pride. I think the reason he hasn't apologized, I really do. The
pride.
reason he hasn't apologized is, I didn't do nothing wrong. Just say you're sorry for making gay people feel bad, and then go on to like not doing that no more. It's fine. It's not hard.
And you know, that's how he initially responded.
This week
he went on an Instagram video tirade, and he said, quote, "I've addressed it. I've said where the things are wrong. I said where the rights and wrongs were. I'm not going to continue to tap into the past when I've moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life." And when he was asked about the joke in 2015, that same 2015 interview where he said, "Oh, I'm worried about it, you know, did I do something wrong if my son turns out to be gay?" He said, quote, "I wouldn't tell that joke today because when I said it, the times weren't as sensitive as they are now. I think we love to make big deals out of things because we can. These things become public spectacles, so why set yourself up for failure?" Indicating that when they asked him about it, he didn't really think that it was the joke itself that was the problem as much as it was just, well, everybody's being too sensitive.
Yeah.
And that got him some flack. So he did not respond to it well.
He did not respond to it well.
And look, we did an episode about James Gunn.
And we've all hit our gay son.
Jesus Christ, Jason. None of us even have sons.
I know.
Here's the thing. Well, and also, I just want to throw this out here, too.
Sure. Throw it out there. I'll catch it.
So there were other tweets that he was doing at the time that were directed at people that weren't so good. So apparently he was tweeting at people, and he says, here's a tweet that he put in, what is this? I can't see what the date was. But this tweet, he says, "Why does @DamianDW profile pic look like a gay billboard for AIDS?"
Wow.
Then he says, "Boom, I'm on fire tonight." Not really.
Well,
He says, "Why does @Wayne?" Here's another tweet. "Why does @Wayne215 have so many pictures of me in his phone? What are you, some time of
Not
fat?"
sure if you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear us, dude? What is going on?
yeah.
All right, hold on just a second. Let me finish this. So he says, "Why does @Wayne215 have so many pictures of me in his phone? What are you, some type of fat FAG that takes pic of small black men all day?" Then he says, @Dwayne Wade official, you should ask the question like this: how many quote unquote gay men sweat when they wear dress shirts because real men don't?
I don't quite understand that comment. I got to be real with you.
He apparently Dwayne Wade had said something about sweating, and so he's told Dwayne Wade, you should ask the question, how many gay men sweat when they wear dress shirts, because real men don't wear dress shirts. Essentially.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. That's pretty gross.
And then he said
Can you guys hear
LMAO.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Technical
'Cause I'm
difficulties.
getting no sound.
All right. Well, just to finish this up, he says he signed that off. LMAO.
Yeah.
PS F word. FAG. Yeah.
Yeah, that deserves an apology. You say you didn't mean it, and just move on.
All right, we're gonna
find Jeremy.
we're
He
gonna
got
pause
lost.
for technical difficulties.
Boo,
We'll be back.
Jeremy.
And we're back. We had some technical difficulties.
Well, we found Jeremy. He got lost.
We found Jeremy.
I got lost.
He got lost in the internet.
Cyberspace.
Who knows what happened? Anyway, so I've caught Jeremy up to speed with the tweets that he didn't hear. So, yeah, I mean, I think, look, here's the thing. The tweets, I think the jokes were not good, but you can have a debate, and we've had this debate before about comedy and what are the boundaries and what you should do and things like that.
Yeah.
And those jokes I'm more willing to forgive him about. And we did a whole episode where I totally defended James Gunn about his old tweets. Some of which were transphobic and other which were just bad jokes about child rape and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
So I'm inclined to give Kevin Hart the benefit of the doubt there. If he had come out the same way James Gunn had and apologized immediately and also, you know, I said at the time, the thing about James Gunn is he has a track record of that not being who he is anymore.
Yeah.
He has a track record of supporting these things. He doesn't do these jokes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he had in fact apologized for him multiple times in the past and said he wishes he hadn't done that, right? That's not necessarily true of Kevin Hart here. So that's one problem. But I'm still willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Those tweets are rough. And
Yeah, they're pretty
while
bad.
a couple of them you could be like, okay, they were jokes and they were in bad taste and Twitter was a different place in 2009. Some of those were just really bad.
I found the door.
Like, yeah, like the one where he tweeted, and he tweeted that there were others that I didn't even read, where he was tweeting, people were dissing him, and he would literally just reply to random people and call them the F word,
Yeah.
call them gay and stuff like that. I mean, it was bad. He was using it as a slur a lot. Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, no, here's the thing. I think we have to be willing to forgive because I have been very clear about this.
Mm-hmm.
My past is not good.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
On the day
Listen.
that the Supreme Court overturned the ban on gay marriage.
Oh God, don't admit to anything.
No, I did. I did it on Facebook.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I did it on Facebook, and because I wanted to be open about this. This is where I was in my life. This is the way I was raised. This is how I believed. At that time, the day that in 2015 that the Supreme Court overturned the ban on gay marriage.
Yeah.
I posted an editorial I wrote for the school newspaper in high school about why gay marriage should be banned. And I posted that and I said, look, this was stupid. I was a dumb kid. None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was very straightforward about like, look, this is where I was and you can change and we have to give people the opportunity to change. And as a person, you have to know that if you have these biases or things like that, don't double down on it because you think you're right. You have the ability to change.
Yes.
And there are good reasons to change. So I'm willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't mean you get a free pass. Okay? If you commit a crime, I absolutely believe in forgiveness. You still got to do the time.
Oh yeah.
We have prison sentences. We have punishments for a reason.
Michael.
We don't. What?
Michael Cohen.
Oh, touche. So these are things that it's like, okay, I got you there, right? And
Gotcha.
well, it's like, so you have to, there has to be some punishment. You have to pay your penance. And for Kevin Hart, if not getting to host the 2018 Oscars or 2019 Oscars is his penance, he's getting off pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm totally fine with if Kevin Hart has changed and he proves it, like I said James Gunn did. James Gunn had a strong track record of that not being who he was anymore. Then great. Give Kevin Hart all the benefit of the doubt in the world, and I have no problem with forgiving and all that stuff, and he should be afforded that opportunity. But it's just he didn't respond to it well, and sometimes you just got to pay the price, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make
You're not
it.
gonna make
I
it.
made it. Ah!
Barrett,
Oh
Please shoot.
shit!
please shoot him. Please shoot him.
You have
Please,
no
I'm begging.
ammo. You have no
I'm
ammo.
Go, go, go! He's gonna throw a grenade.
I'm begging.
Ah!
I'm begging.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Stop talking. Stop talking about
Okay,
Kevin
okay.
Hart. I'm done with this game.
Okay, we're moving on. We're pausing. We're pausing,
Ah.
and we're gonna. Next time you see us, we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy VII, and we're gonna be talking about something else.
All right.
All right, pause,
All right. Pause.
and we're back. And
Come
we're,
on, newcomer, follow me.
All right, Barrett, and Jason is playing Final Fantasy VII. I have never finished this game, so
That was my favorite character on Smash Ultimate.
Who, Cloud?
Yep.
Is he? I haven't played a Super Smash Bros. With Cloud.
He's
in it.
one of the best characters in the game.
he was in Smash Wii U, and I think he's in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every character that's ever been in Smash is in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, including lots of Metal Gear characters I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Like Snake is playable, but there's also like Roy Campbell and Paz. Like I think Paz is playable too, right? I saw somebody said that her special is
from Metal Gear.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
that her special is a bomb, which is really distressing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
Yes.
don't know if Jeremy might not get it.
What was it?
Pause. Do you know where the bomb was?
Okay,
Oh, no, I
so
don't
so
remember.
you've seen Paz in Smash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and her special, if I'm not mistaken, is a bomb. I haven't played it, but is a bomb, right?
Yep.
Like her weapon or something is a bomb.
Let me look it up.
I think it
find
is.
it for us.
I think it is. Anyway, if it is, that makes sense, but it's also distressing.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, Paz has a bomb implanted in her stomach.
Oh, right,
Her
right,
vagina.
Right. Now I remember.
I thought
It's-
it was
it's-
in her stomach.
It's heavily implied that it's in her womb.
No, because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
that
but they-
yeah, but the audio.
but you
if
see,
I remember
you
correctly,
see the stitches.
I know, but I remember from the audio tape that it's like
No, wasn't
somewhere
there
no
two?
one
I
would
thought there
know.
was
Like
one
it's
in her
like
stomach
super.
and one in her like.
There's two. That's right. Yes, Jeremy. Good point. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
There's
okay.
two. There's a secret one,
Okay.
and they don't even say.
Yeah.
Remember, her last words are.
Oh, that's
"There's-"
right, because they get the one out of her stomach.
Her last words are. There's
There's another
another
one."
in my, and then she.
and then she explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really dark special. I just want to throw that out.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Darker than you thought.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. Next topic, and we'll make this the last topic. And
The final topic.
also, this is kind of a political topic, maybe. We'll see. So was the
Also,
last one, kind of.
Just real quick.
Yep.
Just real fast on the Super Smash Brothers. I don't think those characters are playable. I think they're spirits.
They're spirits. Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah. So spirits are just like.
Yeah.
they're
Well,
not-
she'd
you
have
don't
to be a
actually
spirit.
play
Her
with them.
vagina blew up.
They're like to help you out. And Boss is in there
Inappropriate.
too,
It's
actually.
not inappropriate. Her vagina did blow up. It's a tragedy.
Her whole body blew up.
Starting with.
Okay. Anyway, let's not dwell on this. All right. I also
All right,
want to
sorry
do.
about that.
I also want to do. I also want like a little chip tune. Because every time we get political, I want a chip tune like "Let's get political. Let's political. I want to
like
get
it.
political." All right. Anyway, so we're gonna get political here, kind of, but this still relates to gaming because it relates to PewDiePie.
Yes.
And PewDiePie, I don't have you guys. So you probably have, Jeremy, but Jason, I don't know that you follow this scene that much.
Nah.
But PewDiePie, right now, I think he has like the third biggest channel on YouTube. I think like
thought he
YouTube
had-
gaming,
Does he not have the biggest one?
he's the biggest single, and then he was for a long time the biggest subscribed, other than I think like YouTube gaming has the most overall.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't really count because it's like a meta
Yeah,
subscription
he's
feed,
the
right?
biggest single.
So, but
yeah.
back and forth, it was back and forth between him and like a Bollywood channel that they upload like lots of videos. It's like a whole production studio out of India, and they upload lots of videos, and they've been trending up, and they're gonna surpass him in subscribers.
Yeah.
But he's been for a long time, years.
How do they feel about Jews?
All right. Well, you kind of spoiled the lead there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know
Yeah.
what he said.
Well, okay. So
I just know he said that
PewDiePie,
one time.
yes, PewDiePie has a history, multiple times doing vaguely anti-Semitic things, and he did it again. He
looks way too German to
So-
be making Jew jokes.
well, he's Norwegian. He's Swedish.
That's
So-
what I meant.
Yeah, yeah. He's very Aryan.
Very Norse.
Yeah, and he's gotten in trouble before for anti-Semitic things.
For the record, no one should make
So
Jew
anyway,
jokes.
he's been doing exactly. He's been doing these videos where he calls Pew News, and he just does news. But one of the things he does is he does shout outs to smaller channels while he does it, right? And he gave a shout out to a channel called E:R. And in it, he said, hey, you also have E:R who does great video essays. He did one on Death Note, the anime, which I really, really enjoyed. Now, if you go to E:R's channel, he does a lot of anti-Semitic content. There was one video that he did a few years ago that literally the last 4 minutes of it was just an unaltered Hitler speech.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Now, you can say... Now,
he just posted an altered Hitler speech.
it was at the end of something else.
Was it?
So this is
If it was at the end of a Trump speech, I'm on board.
No.
Ah.
No. So E::R does this thing where he does a lot of videos critiquing anime or anything like that, or I think anime is his biggest, or gaming or something like that. But he infuses it with a lot of alt-right, anti-Semitic stuff. And now Felix, PewDiePie, Felix Kjellberg is his name. But Felix said he never saw that video. He said, hey, I haven't done a lot of stuff. I just saw his thing on Death Note. So I didn't necessarily know. Well, okay, A, you got to be more responsible with that. If you're going to shout somebody's channel out to 70 million subscribers, which is what PewDiePie has. Yes.
Have a responsibility.
You have a responsibility.
Platform.
But I got to be honest, that doesn't really stand up very well, because the video that he shouted out, which was on Death Note, it was a video about Death Note, the anime. In it, it had a joke about Charlottesville. There was a joke about
what's the joke, Paul?
Somebody writing a Death Note with Heather Heyer's name.
Oh, God.
And then he literally put video of that car running through the crowd.
All right, I just want to be
in the video.
I'm taking this very seriously. I have a very serious question.
Yep.
Was the joke funny?
No.
Ah, boo.
No, it wasn't.
No saving grace.
It wasn't. And not only was that joke literally in the video.
Yeah.
In the description of that, and we know PewDiePie watched this video because he has the most uprated comment on this video.
Yeah.
In the description for the comment, he says, E::R says, the reason the video took so long to upload is because he originally used a racial slur for one of the characters. He referred to him as an N-word lit, Niglet.
Oh, because they were young?
I don't know. It was just a racial slur. And he said he had to take it out because he was worried that YouTube would ban him. That was in the description of the video that that PewDiePie shouted out. And in that description, it also links to his Patreon page, to E::R Patreon page. And it's called Your Daily Shekel Shakedown.
At this point, his only option is to say he just doesn't speak English very well.
I mean, he lives in England, so that would be tough. So, yeah, it's just, here's the thing about PewDiePie.
Hit me.
PewDiePie. I was subscribed to PewDiePie when the original Hitler thing came out. When the original thing that he did, the video was a thing about Fiverr, which is that site where you can get anybody will do anything for like $5, right? And what he did was he
I've
paid.
never heard of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And he paid, or you offer up a thing. Hey, will somebody do this? I'll offer $5, and somebody will take it.
Is it adult?
No,
or is it just like harmless stuff?
I mean, it's lots of stuff, but generally it follows along the lines of like, design me this thing, or do a graphic design, sing a song, finish this level for me in a game, things like that, right?
Eat a bunch of cinnamon?
Yeah. Make a video doing something funny, right? And the video that he did, he offered someone $5, and these guys in India took it. They held up the sign that says, death to all Jews.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And I was subscribed at the time, and I remember being like, oh, man, that's rough. Like, I don't know about that.
Well, didn't he claim that he didn't know what they were going to say?
He said that he didn't know they were going to do it.
Oh, he wrote it, though, right?
He wrote it. He wrote, hey, I will pay you $5. But he was like, I didn't think they were actually going to do it. And it was like, okay, but at some point the joke's not funny.
The dollar is very strong,
But
Paul.
here's the thing.
It's a strong dollar.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. With PewDiePie, the problem I see with it is, if you do it once, okay. You made a mistake, or
Yep.
you thought something was funny and it kind of blew up.
Yeah.
Right, and it turned out people didn't think it was funny.
Sure.
Then when you do it 2 and 3 times, because he also went on to do videos of him wearing Nazi uniforms and things like that.
What?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah,
Oh, come on. Bougie.
yeah. You do it a couple more times, and it's like, all right, now it's starting to get weird. You do it now a 4th and 5th time, which is what he's at now. It starts to feel like it's not an accident. You know what's gonna happen.
Feels a bit strange.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when it's this overt at this point, it's like,
Screw these
Felix,
guys. I'm running.
Felix,
I'm running.
you know? And here's the thing. Is Felix really a Nazi? I don't know. But if I can seriously say, I don't know, that's a problem for Felix,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You should know somebody's not a Nazi.
And that's a problem for the biggest single channel on YouTube. That's a problem for YouTube that he is representative of this. And the other thing you gotta understand
I
is,
don't know how to change my guys. Remember how to change guys?
well, it goes in order.
I don't want to use this limit though.
Well, okay, you don't have to. You could use an item.
No, I think I can switch characters if they're up.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously it has to go through the time, but anyway, the point is, I think the thing with PewDiePie is his audience is young.
Mm-hmm.
Like his audience is in their teens,
Yeah.
generally speaking,
Try triangle, Jason. Sorry.
and you just got to be more responsible than that.
You do. You have to responsibly platform.
Yeah, if you have that kind of a platform with that kind of an audience who can very easily be swayed over what starts as simple jokes. Because again, speaking to my history, yeah, we made Nazi jokes when I was in high school because we were dumb.
Yeah.
And we were in the South and we were conservatives. Like that's what you did.
Xbox Live was a terrible place.
Yeah. Well, it still is. Still is, but it's not as bad as it used to be. But, you know, that was one of those things like, yeah, we made Nazi jokes. It was dumb and it was wrong. And the reason we did it is we saw other people doing it. Right? So
And shock factor.
Right. But Felix is at some point, like Felix is old enough that he has no better, and he has to be better than the last generation. We have to be better than the last generation.
Yeah.
And sometimes that sucks because you look at it and you go, hey, I made Nazi jokes when I was a kid. That doesn't mean I'm a Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not a kid anymore.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes,
if you
yes,
recognize
yes,
that
yes,
it was
yes.
bad, then
Well-
don't set up the next generation of kids
Right.
to also think Nazi jokes are funny.
And that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to apologize for things that you did when you were a kid.
Well, no, I
You
agree.
don't have to,
I
you
agree.
don't have to judge yourself by adult standards.
I agree, but Felix is not a kid anymore.
Yes. No, that's a different thing. Yeah.
And he's
that's correct.
influencing kids.
Feels awful weird.
And especially in YouTube,
I'm so sorry to say this, but I don't find him funny. I think his girlfriend's
find
really
him funny.
pretty, but I don't think
don't
he's
find him
funny
funny
at all.
His girlfriend left YouTube.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because it was a whole thing because it burnout essentially. But yeah, his girlfriend left YouTube. Burnout's a big thing.
What's burnout mean?
Like you just get burned out doing something.
You're burnt out on doing something.
No, I'm just playing games with my buddy Paul, and my little brother Jeremy. I can get burnt out.
Yeah, you should try editing.
Well, fair enough.
Anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. But I think the problem here is, like I said, he has an audience. He's an adult. He should know better. And you've gotten so much backlash at it now. At the very minimum, you have to know that you're going to get backlash. You can't keep pushing the envelope, right? And at the same time, I think there's also the aspect of YouTube. You can very easily go down a deep, dark hole, right? All it takes is PewDiePie saying, hey, check out this video from E::R, which has a Heather Heyer reference. And then the next thing you know, you're linked to E::'s related video, which is just, he's showing 4 minutes unedited of a Hitler speech. And the next thing you know, you're down the deep web of a lot of bad shit on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And if you're 14 and 15, like a lot of PewDiePie's people are,
and I'm in trouble. Hold on.
you know,
go ahead.
That's problematic. So, anyway, that's my spiel on it. What do you think, Jeremy?
No, yeah, he has a history of doing very dumb things, yelling the N-word on. I don't know if it was a stream or a video. I think it was a stream.
Yeah, it was a stream. I forgot.
Yeah,
Man, I totally forgot about that. He did it in a
Uh,
video too, but
Yeah, he's I don't know. I think he just likes the shock factor. And I honestly think it works for him, and I think that's why he does it. I don't agree with it because it's not responsible platforming, but I feel like he does these things on purpose. I feel like these aren't mistakes. I
Dead
feel
Robot.
Like he knows what he's doing, and I know why he knows why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Because how many news articles are there about this right now?
Yeah, but at the same time, but have some responsibility. Being an edgelord is not going to be fun forever.
Edgelord.
That's what he is. That's what he's doing.
I like that term.
You've never heard that before?
It means a different thing on Tumblr.
Oh, yes. Yes. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I understand why he's doing it, but it is absolutely morally wrong.
Yeah.
And
well, here's the thing.
Reprehensible.
Here's the thing. It's interesting you bring up the thing where he said it on stream, the N-word, because that was the one. Because I even was still subscribed to him after I saw the Death All Jews thing. I was like, I was uncomfortable by that, but yeah, I get that this is what he's doing. So like, I'm not sure, but it's starting to make me uncomfortable. But I wasn't at that point yet. When he did the N-word thing, to me that was very clear because it was not scripted, it was not any of that. He literally was mad and he called someone an N-word, and that's one of those things where you go like, all right, you're not doing that for shock value. That's just on your tongue.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's kind of hard to say, like, oh, I'm just telling a joke. I'm just doing this. You were mad and you called someone an N-word.
Oh, wow. I didn't see this at all. I wish I had seen
He did it on stream. He got killed. He got sniped by somebody.
I can send you the video.
Yeah, and he said he called him an effing N-word.
Sniped. Oh, like
Sniper.
properly sniped. Okay.
Yeah. And he was mad and he called him an effing N-word. And I was just like, oh.
Hey guys, I'm leaving this chick to die. All right.
You're a terrible person.
Carry on.
Well, anyway, that's all I have. What do you think, Jason? As someone who doesn't follow him.
Yeah, I don't follow him. I thought his South Park thing was cute. I really liked that. I liked that bit he did on South Park.
Yeah.
But I don't find him very funny. I don't get it. He makes funny noises. I mean, he's probably funnier than me, but I mean,
yeah, but
it's I don't understand what the appeal is. I think he's just highly energetic, and the young kids maybe like him. I don't get it. I don't get it. But for me, I guess I agree with Jeremy. If I found out that the return was high for being racist, it's why he's doing it. But if the return isn't high, then he's just stupid, right?
Well, the return is high for being racist. That explains YouTube in a nutshell.
But you can get kicked off, right?
It's riding the line and that shock factor.
Yes,
like
it's very much riding the line.
We should make an experimental racist channel to see how long it takes for us to get kicked off.
No, I would feel so bad.
Oh, I know, obviously.
I can never do that.
Obviously, we're not going to do that.
And, we could get into a whole discussion, which I'd planned on, but we don't really have time, about deplatforming. And so we'll just leave with this question, just real quick. Because most of the data shows, and we can go more in depth at this some other point, most of the data shows that deplatforming has worked. So, for example, Milo Yiannopoulos came out the other day. So the New York Times came out and said, hey, Milo Yiannopoulos, $2 million in debt. And Milo came out and said, the news media is telling lies about me. I'm not $2 million in debt. I'm $4 million in debt.
Yeah, I was just say I heard $4 million.
Yes. Alex Jones, apparently his viewership has dropped somewhere between 30 and 50% since he was banned on YouTube and Facebook and all that. And that was before he got banned on Twitter.
Yeah. But he's still selling bone broth, so.
Well, okay, but
he's got that bone.
If his audience has shrunk by 50%,
he's got that bone broth money. How do I get out of this?
But then again,
room?
he made $20 million in 2014, so drop that 50%, he's still making $10 million.
Oh my God, they're gonna make me go get that lady. They won't let me leave her to die.
Yep. See, that's what you get for being an asshole. Anyway, so the evidence is that hey, and by the way, it makes sense because. When was the last time you fucking heard about Alex Jones or Milo Yiannopoulos? Like, I just almost never hear about him anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, honestly, the world is a better place for that.
Yeah.
Now, again, we can get into a whole discussion about is it good overall because, who has traditionally been deplatformed? It hasn't been conservatives and racists.
Really?
It's traditionally been minorities.
Yeah, I didn't know the history behind that.
I mean, like segregation, slavery.
Oh, I mean on YouTube.
No, I'm not talking YouTube. I'm just talking in historical.
Okay, fair enough. It's such a modern term. I figured you meant YouTube. Sorry.
No. But yeah, traditionally the deplatforming sense, like there were no black news anchors in the 60s.
Right, but it's not. But that's not quite the same because it's not taking black news anchors off the air.
Well, they never got a chance to be on the air in the first place.
Yeah, so they didn't have.
So
to be
YouTube
racist.
has democratized it.
No, I know. I'm there.
But that also means it's getting a lot of bad shit out there.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it's a question: do you think YouTube should ban PewDiePie?
No, I want to know. I want to know how many people are out there who don't care. I do. I think the data is so useful that But then again, I see why you wouldn't want people to be brought into. Okay,
I don't think it should be banned.
Yeah, not PewDiePie, but I do with Alex Jones and Milo. I mean that.
Well, he hasn't, in my opinion, he has not broken any of YouTube's rules.
I mean, he said the N-word.
But I don't think he put that in a video on YouTube.
Yeah, he did. There was a separate
did.
video. Yeah, he ended a video with. I remember seeing it again. I was subscribed when it happened, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Well, then
It
yeah,
was
he should
bad.
be banned for that, or at least get a strike. One of the two.
It was.
I don't
It
know.
didn't. It wasn't a hard R. He was trying to do like a slang term. I forget exactly what it was, but it was deeply troubling. It was not a thing that you should say as a white person who had just gotten in trouble for saying "death to all Jews" and had been wearing Nazi uniforms in your videos.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just not a thing that you should say under any circumstances, but definitely not after that. So, not to mention, I gotta think, wearing a Nazi uniform and having somebody do a thing saying "death to all Jews,"
Yeah.
that can't be good for your terms of service. This is the thing with
Well,
YouTube; it's so arbitrary.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually, when I see that, I think, wow, that means that YouTube will let you, there's so much freedom on YouTube because of that.
Yeah, but
I see what you mean, and it's bad to see, but who decides?
I'll say this.
the
I'll say
censor
this.
who's
I'll
right?
say this. I'll say
You
this.
know?
I think my line on who gets deplatformed is strictly bigoted propaganda. A joke.
I would say it's people being genuinely dishonest about, intellectually dishonest about things. That's who I think should be deplatformed. So people who are willfully lying.
The thing about that, Jeremy. The thing about that, Jeremy, is that intent is hard to measure.
okay. So
Yeah, but usually you can tell.
So here's what I'm gonna say though. Here's what I'm gonna say. So the concern is, what if he is leading to further radicalization? Does it warrant it? Because, so he shouted out this channel, E::R. Since he shouted out that channel has gained over 15,000 more subscribers.
So there is money in it.
Well, and the channel he shouted out is deliberately anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
like
yes,
constantly,
yes,
right?
yes.
And it's gained 15,000 subscribers since PewDiePie shouted it out. And in fact, they point to that video where I said, mentioned where it was, 4 minutes of a Hitler speech.
Yeah.
And, there was a comment on there in that video where somebody wrote, quote, "That was actually my first time hearing so much of one of Hitler's speeches. I'm almost 30. I just never bothered. I knew he was charismatic and could rile a crowd, but that was terrifying. Makes you want to pay attention a little bit more."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm reading on The Verge. They go on to talk about how one way, so this guy or this woman, Joan Donovan, she's a research lead at Data and Society. She told Daily Beast, she said, quote, "One way scholars of social movements often talk about recruitment is in terms of the capacity of the movement to bring in new recruits and then retain them. Social media is optimized for engagement, which is both recruitment of an audience and retention of that audience. These groups often use the tools of analytics to make sure they continue to grow their networks." And there's another study in here that shows, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but essentially they talk about, in terms of bigotry in social media, there's the sharks and then there's the plankton. And the sharks are the people who are just they were your Alex Jones, your, what's his name? I can't remember. Anyway, your Milo Yiannopoulos, the people who are just outright bigots, right? And outright conspiracy theory peddlers and all that stuff.
Oh, I would just be the record.
But the plankton survives the ecosystem, and the planktons are the ones that are making casual jokes.
That makes sense.
And that's what keeps the ecosystem alive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you let that underbelly fester, it's going to keep leading to the sharks that are the actual bigots and conspiracy theories.
I have an issue with this because I feel like it leads down a dangerous road.
I know.
Where to get rid of a certain ideal, you have to just make it that everybody thinks is bad. You just have to get rid of it. I don't
And
like that.
that's why I think.
I know,
that's
but-
why I think that the line is.
I think
is
it's up
pretty-
to us as people.
But you
not
know,
the
but
company of YouTube.
but here's
I think
the
it's up to us to fix that somehow.
but it's
I
clearly
feel
not.
like
It's
there
clearly
should be
not.
more liberal videos that are countering these things with facts, and that's the only way that I think is right or the best way to do it, where it doesn't lead down a dangerous road where one day maybe we're the ones getting kicked off of YouTube.
Right,
you
but
know?
here's the thing. Like I said, there's all the data that shows that deplatforming works. So I don't necessarily know.
Of course it
and I
works.
find that whole
Yeah.
argument. I find that whole argument hilarious. That if you ban speech, it's just going to make it more popular. I'd be like, if that was the case, then you would be fine with banning speech because you would be more popular.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good point. That's an interesting point.
Right. So clearly that's not the case, and
So,
you know it's not the case.
no.
But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
I was-
Here's the thing.
Okay, Paul, go ahead.
Here's the asymmetry in this issue, because the only reason we're having this discussion is because we're liberals and we actually care about free speech. And I actually do have a concern that it's going to be the liberals and it's going to be minorities and it's going to be, ethnic minorities, religious minorities, gender, people who are non-conforming
The
gender, things like that. The disenfranchised, right?
Go.
Those are the people who are going to be the attacked if you start allowing deplatforming, don't allowing free speech. And so as a liberal, I actually care about that. The thing that's frustrating about this is so many of these free speech warriors that you see in the alt-right or in whatever they call themselves, classical liberals, right? They don't actually really care about free speech.
They only care about their own.
They only care about their own. And in fact, when you see someone like Richard Spencer, he literally did a podcast and he was very open about it. Like, hey, we're just using this. If we were ever get to power, there's no way we would let liberals say whatever they wanted to.
Yeah.
Fuck them. So we're already operating at an asymmetry here. That's
I don't mind.
very
I
frustrating.
don't mind having the high ground, Paul. Honestly,
But
I-
the high ground means
maybe leads to the thing. I'm there, which is why.
look where we are right now.
I
That's all I'm
hear,
saying.
I really do. I hear you, Shark Plankton. Now, this is the last thing I'll have on this topic, and then
Yeah.
and then I don't know how much Final Fantasy I have left in me.
Yeah,
But-
we need to wrap up. This is a good place.
But Milo Yiannopoulos, I honestly just don't think that he means a word he says. I do think there's a
Milo
difference.
or PewDiePie?
Milo.
Oh yeah.
I really don't. I think he's a lot like Trump in that I don't think Trump is
Yes.
racist. I think that he's just straight up just doesn't care. He's just power hungry.
No. I think Trump's racist.
He's as racist as will give him power. But if suddenly he found out that like he,
he was racist before he was president. Like you go back to the 70s and he was marking black people's applications with a C so that he didn't let them into his building.
right, but
And he got sued by the Justice Department for that.
Well, I wonder if there was some financial incentive for him to do that, not because of black people, but because of like maybe he rented to racist people.
What was the financial incentive for saying that 5 Hispanic and black teenagers who were accused of murdering a woman, he took out an ad in the newspaper saying they should be executed. And then 20 years later, when it came out that they were actually innocent, they caught the guy who actually raped this woman and killed her.
Yeah.
Matched his DNA, and he admitted to it. He still said that those 5 black and Hispanic teenagers, well, they probably did something wrong.
Yeah, I honestly think that.
And that was well before he was president.
I honestly think that he does those kind of things even then, like just for support.
No.
I really do. I think that
I think he's a 74-year-old man who's a bigot.
Well, in any event, I think Milo Yiannopoulos is
Yes, he's a showman.
He's just saying like he's an Ann Coulter. He's a gay Ann Coulter. I don't think Ann Coulter believes a word of that crap either.
Well, I think actually she probably does too, but anyway.
It's just some of the stuff she doesn't make any sense. Why would you
There are
think
some
that?
people who are like the true believers. Like Mike Pence, he's a true believer.
Right, but then again, like I could buy that. I honestly think that George Bush might be a true conservative believer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wish we had Bush back. I know
Right.
you don't like that. I'm not saying it. It's just Anyway, so Milo Yiannopoulos, but I think where the line belongs is racist propaganda. I mean, you can't if what you're saying is bigoted propaganda.
Sure,
if you're saying this is the way things are, if you're trying to actually educate someone like wrongly or
Sure.
incorrectly,
Sure.
not incorrectly, just creepily, then yeah, that's where the line should be because it's not arguable at that point. If you want, I'm willing to
and
leave the
here's-
argument open for PewDiePie. But
here's the thing.
if PewDiePie were saying something that was strictly designed to mislead someone about how race works,
He's not, but he directly shouted at a channel who does. Who pushes
see, that-
conspiracy theories
I
and is
still think that's
overtly
on YouTube.
anti-Semitic.
I don't think that's on him at that point to be banned. At least it is irresponsible, platforming
Irresponsible.
of him.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, I'm with
but-
Jeremy on that.
Not something to be banned for, in my opinion. That other
Yeah.
channel probably should be banned,
Yes.
so he shouldn't
Yeah.
even be able to shout it out.
Yeah.
Because how can you
Sure.
ban somebody for shouting somebody out on your site? You know?
Yeah, but hey, I'll
Well,
say this. I'll
linking,
say this.
linking him to a video where he has a clip of Heather Heyer being
Link-
murdered.
On
You know.
their own site.
I'll say
They're
this.
already
How
I
about
know,
this?
but
How about this?
Yeah.
We'll never talk about PewDiePie again without calling him Edgelord. We'll just never say his name again.
Okay.
Right?
okay.
There we go.
All right.
So we deplatform you. How about that?
All right.
And
So,
you don't have to mention us either.
all right. So that'll wrap it up. We got to go.
Hey, it was great, guys.
It's been a good time. All right.
Can't wait to see you next time.
These 3 games, what did you think, Jason?
I think Cloud never came. Anywho,
That sounds dirty. Would you
all
say
right.
it like that? I personally think, look, here's the thing. PlayStation Classic is great. It can be hacked now. You
you know what I
should play
think?
it.
You know what I think about it? I think it would be great for. It'd be fine for travel.
It's fine. Yeah, there's other
Just
things you can
toss
do
in
for
your
travel.
bag.
There's other things you can do
Yeah,
for
I
travel.
know, I know.
There are better things to do. Again, I'll reiterate what I said last week. It's a cool item to have on your shelf.
Yes.
It looks cool. You can hack it to play other things now. And even if you're just a casual person, you'll pick one up. You'll play Final Fantasy VII on it. It'll be fine. But if you really want to play games in a better way, the PlayStation 3 is probably a better way to do it. If you can get the games for cheap.
And if you have the time, you should.
Where are you going with this?
I was gonna sing a song, but the first words don't. It messes up the subject verb agreement of my sentence, so I'm just gonna not.
Okay.
Okay, but it was gonna.
All
I
right.
was gonna end with singing "Let's Go Fly a Kite." No, from Mary Poppins, just me. Okay. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, leave a comment. You can get in touch with us at dontcallmepretentious@gmail.com or leave a comment on the video. You can get in contact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/dontcallmepretentious, twitter.com/@DCMPretentious, and also check out the political podcast, Don't Call Me Political. You know what? I'm not even going to shout this out anymore. We haven't decided what we're doing with it going forward.
Well,
When we get back
we
on
are
track,
going
we'll do
forward, but we don't know how yet.
something. Yeah.
Yes.
When we decide. So
Yes.
for now, I'm not going to direct anybody to it because it's kind of dead right now,
Yes.
but we'll get back to it.
Yes.
But
We're
don't
going
call me
on Christmas break. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do.
if you're interested, facebook.com/don'tcallmepolitical. We'll do stuff there. All right. And twitch.tv/don'tcallmepretentious.
Oh,
I
and
do
hey-
want to start streaming there more. We've done it a couple times.
And good job, Brett. We're watching you. Kavanaugh.
Oh. I like the idea of us just shouting out someone's name and saying, hey, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
All right.
We know what you did.
All right, all right, Ronald. All right, Ronald. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job on that thing you did. You know who we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.